Hello everyone, welcome to Haley Moon Tarot. This is your weekly relationship reading for Scorpio. How are you guys? Ten of Cups, Eight of Wands, and the Hierophant. So it has to do with faith and commitment, being on the same page. Things are moving fast. Maybe multiple opportunities here, but there's some sort of, it's an energy of wanting that happiness. So I do think somebody here is about to put all the cups on the table. I feel it's coming in fairly quickly, but I do think someone's maybe getting a bit overwhelmed. Yeah, I don't know. Make sure you're on the same page, but it's an energy of trying to keep the faith. Yeah, someone here is a little careful what they wish for here. See, someone's being cautious, being careful. This is someone trying to avoid a disaster. It's also someone waiting for things to calm down. There's definitely thinking and learning, moving into calmer waters. So yeah, we got this energy of manifesting. Someone here is manifesting. It's a person who has everything they need, but they're trying to avoid a disaster. If you find someone suddenly avoiding you, I mean, it could be someone who's been very busy waiting for things to calm down. I mean, maybe you have some kind of an agreement here. Let's have a look at this. Damn, the Cups, yeah, it has to do with confidence. This is someone who definitely knows what makes them happy. Now's really a good time to figure out what makes you happy too when you see that. But it's about confidence, self-control. Yeah, I do see things moving quick. Someone's very confused. Someone is feeling kind of confused here. Trying to be strong, trying to be confident. I feel like it's about someone seeing the bigger picture. Yeah. Maybe it's yourself, Scorpio, in that energy, trying to see the bigger picture, taming the beast. Yeah, someone's trying to avoid confrontation, so there's avoidance here. It's about someone's almost looking like there's going to be confrontation. Yeah, see, it's about avoiding it. Someone's trying to figure out how to avoid it. Yeah, so it has to do with someone, some kind of an agreement. I see making sure you're on the same page, but there's something about this confrontation. It has to do with going on a date, some kind of communication. Six of Swords. Yeah, we got someone here someone's got a decision to make. Could be out with the old, in with the new, but it's also this energy of healing, releasing here, shedding. Someone here is definitely, it's about calming down, moving into calmer waters, but someone has to make a decision. They feel overwhelmed, they're feeling confused. I feel like you could be in that energy, Scorpio. Let's have a look at the Alchemist, Gemini energy. Yeah, so it's an energy of someone manifesting. They want things to go in their favor. Just watch out someone doesn't manipulate here, because like I feel, often you get someone who manipulates because they want everything in their favor. Because I do see feeling confused, and I do see some sort of this could be a conversation. I feel it's someone trying to avoid confrontation. If you have somebody avoiding you, it's about avoiding confrontation, because there is that confusion. Yeah, see, manifesting here. Someone's confused. See, there's someone here it's saying, be careful what it is you're manifesting. You might get it. You might just get it. It may not work out the way you think. Let's have a look at the Five of Wands. Yeah. If you're feeling confused, someone could be, I wouldn't be surprised there's a little manipulation here, but it is about manifesting a new beginning. Someone who has everything they need, but they want everything in their favor. They see you in a favorable light, but this is someone, like I say, this is someone who just doesn't know what they want. They just don't know what they want. They want to avoid confrontation. So I don't know if this is someone ignoring you or you're ignoring them. But I feel it's someone who's kind of drained and they don't know what they want. Yeah. See, it's all about dating. Tell me about this Knight of Cups. Yeah, see, this is often someone longing for love, somebody who misses somebody. It's often someone who gives flowers or does something nice for somebody to avoid confrontation. Some of you may have manifested multiple people here too. But someone has to make a decision. It's either move on, get off this emotional roller coaster, and push the start button or the stop button here and get off the ride. Because it's a new cycle. See, it's about ending a cycle. I feel it's about ending and then this energy of new. So, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I feel there's, if you're feeling confused about a situation, someone may be manipulating the situation, especially if they kind of ignore you, or I think it's a person trying to avoid confrontation. So, I mean, it could be someone overwhelmed and, but I don't think this is somebody who's going to make a commitment. They may ask you out, but I don't know if this is someone who's going to follow through. But sometimes people manipulate. They do something nice or buy you a gift. It's like they're trying to avoid something. And I mean, it's probably a conversation they don't want to have. Oh my goodness, Judgment. Yeah, I do believe so. Yeah, this is someone here. They are stable. They have what they need. Things have been going well, I feel, financially for this person to a degree because they're manifesting work. But this is someone looking ahead, planning. They're preparing themselves to avoid confrontation. I think this is someone who's busy too, waiting for things to calm down to make time. Yeah. Tell me about the Magician up top. Yeah, this is a energy of it has to do with someone's hopes and dreams, but it's also another card of faith. Someone needs to let go of something here. Because it's not serving them, or they're not getting what they want. The Star, yeah, has to do with this. It's about an opportunity, invitation. So I don't know if this is someone here where you're going to reject this person and go thanks but no thanks. Or it's the other way around. It's someone drained. They literally don't really know what they want. They're looking at the cup. No way, I don't want this. I'm not interested. But it's somebody who's trying to avoid confrontation. It's avoiding a conversation. This is about avoiding a topic. So this is somebody who's probably going to do something nice, give you a gift or some flowers, something to avoid the confrontation. I mean, I don't know. There's avoidance energy here, put it that way. What is this King of Pentacles planning? Taking a step back, seeing things different, seeing things from a different light. I see a little test. This is somebody who feels something is off. I mean, there could be somebody who's having an off day, and there's a date, and they just feel off. But I feel this is somebody who wants to me, it's like somebody trying to do something right. But it's an energy of patience. It's also an energy of temptation. Yeah, there's something here. I think this is a little test here. Yeah, we got a person keeping it all in. I think this is somebody trying to avoid something. I think they're trying to avoid confrontation. So I don't know if this is someone going to say, hey, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, can we do it another day? Or because to me it looks like a person, I mean, it's all about someone's habits, lifestyle, their day-to-day lives. See, there's a history of confrontation. But it's about an agreement. Someone might not be able to follow through. You know, someone's confused. They don't know what to think. They don't know what to do. They don't want to accept this. They don't want the cup. They don't want to look at it. Or they just don't want this conversation. So this could be somebody who tries to appease you. See, they're playing it safe. Maybe give you some flowers or something. There's a need for a conversation. I'm going to do something here. Do something sweet. I do see that romantic energy, though. I do see romance. But it's saying to trust your intuition to see the bigger picture. See, it's about emotional fulfillment. Someone putting themselves out there. See, it's all about being happy. I think this is somebody who's going to follow through where they kind of don't want to. They feel they're tired. If you are feeling confused and something feels off, okay? This person, I feel, is going to try to appease you. They're going to try to do this right. But yeah. So someone putting the shoe on the other foot, taking a pause, looking at things from a different perspective. Yeah, see, it's an energy of excuse. See, somebody about to make up an excuse. They literally could be just having an off day where they're just tired. I mean, we always have to take a pause and look at things from another person's perspective. But yeah, it looks like excuse. There's a story here. Yeah, because it's somebody's trying to avoid. See, they're trying to avoid a conversation. They don't want to have a particular conversation right now. Yeah. They do want things in their favor. Yeah, see, putting on the brakes. But I think they're going to... It's interesting because it's like, not are they putting on the brakes permanently or just taking another look. If they want to succeed, they have to... I mean, to me, it looks like kind of following through in a conversation. But it's like this is somebody here who's kind of like prepared for confrontation. But they're determined to proceed. Yeah. So like I say, if somebody has made up an excuse, I don't know if it's necessarily rejection. But let's have a look at the Page of Cups. Yeah. It has to do with the home. Somebody's home, traveling, going to someone's home. I don't know if it's somebody you're dating where they have to commute. But I see someone, I mean, it could be just someone really apprehensive about it. Or they just don't know what to say or how to tell you something. But I feel they're going to give you a gift or flowers or do something to appease you, to keep everything calm. It's all about calm. Yeah. This is someone who's living alone. They have everything they need. They have a house and a home. Yeah, but it's all about providing, giving someone what they need, giving them the attention that they need. So this is someone going to try something different. They're going to just give you the attention that you need, even though they're having an off day, they're exhausted, they're not really interested. I think a lot of it's about avoiding a topic because there's confrontation about maybe commitment, loyalty, whether someone was faithful, or lifestyle stuff. This could be any kind of relationship too. But it's about someone hoping for, they're planning, preparing, they're hoping for the best. But this is somebody who kind of already knows this may not go over very well. Yeah, they want things calm, like... Yeah, 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands. See, this is someone, no, they're hoping for the best, but what they're expecting is for someone to stand up to them, to push back on it. But there's definitely a physical attraction and desire in all this too. See what they desire. This is such a crazy read. Tell me about the Chariot. Yeah, so someone is staying in control of their emotions. They're not trying to not be ruled by them, but they are. Yeah. See, it's about getting through something and calmly and peacefully. But yeah, 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands, someone pushing someone away or someone standing up to someone. See, it's somebody's kind of expecting confrontation. I don't know if this is a person maybe you haven't seen for a while. Some of you, there's been some time in between, but I feel it's more like A little bit of romanticizing, giving someone the attention they need, being more romantic, trying something different. But I think some of you too, I feel like you may have multiple opportunities. There could be competition here. And you could be maybe trying to avoid something here. You can flip it. It's possibly Scorpio masculine energy there, but it's also some Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. I see Sag and Leo energy here so far, or Scorpio. But this is a person who generally knows what they want and they go after it. See, there's desire to manifest this. I think some of you got a couple people. If you're the feminine Scorpio, you got a couple of people here. But it's somebody who knows what they want. See, they're kind of reminiscing, someone longing for love. But it's about taking control. This is someone who needs, someone's about to come in and take the lead. If you're the feminine and you're dealing with someone who's avoiding you and there's time in between, see, it's about avoiding confrontation and a topic. Someone doesn't know what to say. They don't really have a lot to say. And then you've got this other energy. It's a person who wants to build. See, it's about being romantic, putting in more effort. I think we have a person here who's like, oh, I should have put in more effort. Maybe I should have done something sweet or brought flowers. Are you avoiding this person? Have you moved on? So some of you, that's what it is, because someone didn't put enough effort in. I do see somebody focusing on work, though, and being tired. I wonder if, yeah, did you have a date with somebody? Did you do a little reminiscing? Because this is someone who thinks you're avoiding them. All this time in between, they've been working, they've been very busy. I don't actually feel like it's an excuse in that scenario, but I feel like they want to build. They should have put more effort in and be more romantic. See, shoulda, woulda, shoulda, coulda, should have put in more effort. I think you got a person here who actually is going to come in and take the lead. They're taking control of the situation. Yeah, this is somebody emotionally invested, or at least, you know, feeling they are. There's a need for patience, hoping it pays off. But yeah, you've got Scorpio feminines. I'm going to tell you, if you have multiple opportunities or you have someone avoiding you, there's another person possibly coming in. Now, obviously, you've got something with this person. Maybe you had a date, a little romanticizing or reminiscing. Yeah. You have the beautiful Empress energy, so it was the start of something new, but it looks like someone didn't follow through or didn't know what to say. Something may have happened where this person was embarrassed or just feeling like maybe you're not really interested. It's like they don't know what to think, so there's this confusion. Tell me about the Empress. The Empress is generally always open to talk. Yeah, it has to do with change. This is somebody wanting to come back around, but it has to do with change. Maybe you've changed how you feel, or maybe you're not interested. Some of you definitely have a person who's, I can see there's another energy of a person who gets overwhelmed. You've manifested this, or you've manifested each other, but see, they have everything they need, but there's all this confusion about how they feel or how you feel. Yeah, anyway, you have a person coming in. This other person, I feel, wants to avoid the conversation, the topic. They don't want to look at it. They don't want to talk about it. They're not really into facing it right now because it has to do with timing. Someone here is not ready for something here. They're not prepared. Who is this King of Cups? Yeah, somebody who's in a mood. Somebody in a bad mood. This is often someone who can be a little moody when they're deeply emotional and they don't want to talk. If you deal with someone who gets moody, the best thing to do is, the only thing you can do, I've dealt with this myself, people who just are in a mood for no real reason. They're just getting in a mood. I knew someone was like that. They wake up in the morning and they're just in a bad mood every morning, so you just don't talk to them. It just is what it is, right? You just leave it, and then it dissipates. It's gone. It's no big deal. Yeah, it can be very stressful for some people to deal with that, and very confusing. So if you're dealing with that, someone's in a mood. They're acting like they're not interested, but like I say, it's saying to just be patient. This is just somebody who you just leave them alone, just ignore them. What else do I see here? Yeah, it's a person who's trying to control their emotions, but they're actually ready to lose control of them for whatever reason. Yeah, sometimes people just get into moods. People get moody, and that's what I'm seeing as a moody person. But there's definitely very deep emotions. It's something they bury deep inside. They don't want to talk about it. See, avoiding confrontation. They don't want to talk about it. So there it is. Yeah. So I do feeling confused. I wouldn't be surprised, Scorpio feminines, you have a choice between two people. It's just the energy that they're in. They could be any signs. That one of them is bold, they want to build, but I think this is somebody who's like, not so much, it's somebody who feels they missed an opportunity because they didn't put more effort in. Maybe they should have wined and dined or took you on a real date or whatever happened here. So that person's kind of the one that might be in a little bit of a mood, but I do see a King of Wands there. The King of Wands is generally somebody just sort of deals with stuff, but it all depends on their energy. See, there's options and opportunities. Someone's feeling confused. See, some of you have choices. Maybe you're feeling a bit confused yourself. But yeah, if you deal with people who are moody, it can be very nerve-wracking. You're like walking on glass, and the best thing to do is don't do that. Just ignore them. Go about your business. It's all very internal. It's just something that happens to some people. I know Cancers deal with that often. Probably all water signs, but I know Cancers do. Yeah, it's all about building and putting in effort. See, somebody here is looking at this. They may have missed a beautiful opportunity because they didn't put enough effort. They definitely were focusing on work. One of these people was working. It's not an excuse. The other person is making an excuse. They want to avoid confrontation. They don't want to talk right now. The mood. So, yeah, let's read the room here. As I feel like this is quite the reading. But yeah, definitely confusion. But I feel this King of Wands is somebody, that person's particular energy. Yes, they're tired. Maybe you had a date with this person, they didn't put in effort. But this is someone who knows they should, because it's about trying something different, doing things differently. So now this person may be feeling you're ignoring them because they didn't put in enough effort, that they weren't really interested. Boy, this is really all about reading the room, isn't it? Yeah, they want to build, though. I feel this person wants another opportunity. They want another opportunity to come in right. Yeah, they want to get together. They want to do it right, too. Stability, partnering up, taking you out someplace, often sparing no expense. Yes, this person's single. It's also about taking pride in their appearance. All these things, dressing for success, the whole bit. Yeah, see, it's all about putting in effort. But the other person here, you might not be interested. You might put on the brakes from this person. It could be this whole person's energy, but I do feel too, and I do see energy of things happening quickly. Now, if you have two people, you're going to try to avoid confrontation by yourself, Scorpio, feminine, having to make up an excuse. I'm seeing masculine Scorpios here too. So sometimes the energies will flip. And you can flip it around. But my goodness, yeah, there's the opportunity coming in. So some of you maybe want to take this opportunity, or you don't want to miss an opportunity with someone else. So you're going to make up an excuse and avoid the whole thing. And avoid confrontation. Somebody definitely doesn't want to have an argument or a confrontation. And there could even be a little jealousy here too. If somebody knows somebody's keeping their options open, which Empress often does, just date one person, see how it goes. Yeah, so I do think there's a person who feels they should have put in more effort. Because it's like you are either avoiding them, ignoring them, or you're just not interested. They don't even know. They don't know what to think. And I think for feminine Scorpios, you may be starting to feel confused now. You don't really know what to do or, how to deal with this. But there's the world. See, it has to do with change. It's an energy of change. Twice. Someone's coming back around. Some of you are going to move on from someone. I can see the energy of someone moving on. Yeah. Because somebody here may never change. If you've dealt with someone who's moody, like I say, that kind of person who just gets in moods and you don't know what it is, they don't want to talk about it, you might be moving on from that. I see a little aha moment, some truth. And I'm going to be honest, the King of Wands is somebody win or lose. They're coming in to take the lead. See, they aren't the one who's... I don't think they're the person who's moody. And they could be for some of you, but I feel like they're not. It's just somebody who's keeping all their feelings to themselves. But boy, there is a moody person here. Yeah, you've got new. I think there's new, there's happiness, joy, everything's clearing up. See, this is what I say about those people who are moody. They can't help it. Sometimes they just get into moods. I've known a few people who wake up in the morning and you just... don't talk to them, don't anything, because they're just going to make you feel bad. And they don't mean to. You just leave them alone, ignore them, let them sort it out for themselves. It usually a cup of coffee or two and they're fine. My gosh. I'm surprised the Ten of Swords didn't show up, because the Ten of Swords usually is that energy of someone when they're dealing with a person like that, they walk on glass. But like I say, it's just somebody putting on the brakes here and taking another look at the situation. I do see some confusion being cleared up here. So somebody here definitely wants to clear up some confusion. But this is an energy also of that person feeling happier, feeling more positive. If you have a person who's rejected you, ignore you, they've just been rejecting you, it could have to do with confrontation or drama. I also feel the King of Cups can also be a bit dramatic. But I feel those you've got someone ignoring you, I feel like you're looking at this and you're thinking it's time to move on. King of Wands is win or lose. They're coming in. They're taking control. And they're in control of their emotions. Yeah. Cycle ending, new cycle beginning. Yeah, you got an Emperor. So we have an Emperor here. It's a masculine Scorpio. I feel this energy is a lot. But I do see Aries, Leo, and Sag here as well. So for the feminines, you may be dealing with different people. One thing about an Emperor, they generally come in pretty clear. They know what they want before they make any kind of a move. So if you are dealing with this person who's moody and it's on and off, or you just feel confused, yeah, it looks like you got a new person. It's really all about clarity. It's all about clarity, happiness, joy, high vibrational, positive energy. Nobody's happy all the time. I mean, not even emperors and empresses. Yeah, see, it's all about a date. I wouldn't be surprised if this is somebody you've had a date with and they didn't put in enough effort. Now you're ignoring them or, rejecting them, or maybe you felt that way, or you just feel confused and don't know what to think. It's all going to get cleared up. I do see someone coming back around, but I also see some of you moving on from someone. So, sorry it's confusing, but this whole reading is all about that. It's really hard sometimes when people are involved with a couple of people, and it's all happening around the same time. But this is somebody asking someone on a date, getting something going. Yeah, look at that, taking a leap of faith. You're going to go for this. If you are a Scorpio, you're going to take a leap of faith. You're going to take a risk and live in the moment here, especially if you've been bored waiting for someone. See, all this time in between. I think you have a person who's been busy waiting for things to calm down so they have time to do it right. I mean, yeah, who is this Emperor? Who is this Emperor? Yeah, someone who trusts their intuition. You know who this is. I feel like you already know who this is, Scorpio. They are intuitive. They have a tendency to be private. They keep some things to themselves. Yeah. Yeah, they are successful. Yeah, someone who takes pride in themselves. See, I feel someone too, they didn't put a lot of work or effort into getting themselves pulled together. They didn't take, so I feel, put it this way, if somebody doesn't put in effort, they don't come in looking good, dressed right, pulling themselves together, because it is about somebody's first impression too. Crazy energy, like, man, this was confusing. Planning, preparing, hoping for the best. Someone who's successful. Someone who takes pride in their appearance and everything they do. The Emperor. See, that's why the Empress is successful. The Emperor is successful. Why the Emperor gets all the ladies. Because they dress for success and they impress people. So, like I say, some of you, there's going to be some dates and first impressions, but I do think there is a person coming back around who didn't do a very good job the first time. So it's up to you to decide. Yeah, see, it's an energy of manifesting. Manifesting a new beginning. Some of you, there's a Gemini energy here. So just watch out for anyone who manipulates, though. Like I say, just watch out for the person who makes up excuses and always has a story. Okay, because I see that under there too. I feel a lot of you are dealing with different people. Not unusual for Scorpios because you're kind of like two signs all in one. So it's like you're practically on the cusp all the time. You got the Mars energy. So I feel this is yourself unless some of you are dealing with an Aries. Yeah. There's definitely opportunity here. I think some of you have manifested some opportunities. Maybe there's been time in between and all of a sudden all these opportunities are coming in. You might get a little overwhelmed yourself. So look before you leap. That's the only thing I feel it's saying is look before you leap. But yeah, don't be afraid to take a risk on somebody new. Because I am seeing happiness and I definitely see the coming out of the dark into the light. Clearing up confusion. But it's high vibrational and sometimes somebody who just has a little bit that moody or dark energy. I do see romantic energy though. I really do see somebody thinking they should have been much more romantic. But it's possible they were a little afraid to take that risk too. No one really knows what to really do on that first or even second date for sure, Yeah, one more here. Yeah, see, it's all about stability, partnering up, getting together. Yeah, so this is definitely something that could go somewhere. It's all about picking the right person for you. It's all about what you can tolerate. Some of you may have a date with somebody who's actually really boring. They don't want to do anything fun. They're a bit of a stick in the mud. But planning, preparing, hoping for the best. I do see happiness. I do see a couple of dates here. The Emperor is definitely somebody who comes in right. They come in positive and ready. Okay? Yeah, looks like a new person. I'm excited for you, Scorpio. Take care. Bye for now.